Hey guys, welcome back to Ray Daily, and this is your spot for words of daily motivation, inspiration, and encouragement. Thanks for joining me again for my second YouTube video. I want to thank everyone who watched my previous video on how to overcome your fear. And if you haven't watched that video yet, then I'm gonna ask you to just go back, click on that little button, and just watch that video. If you love content of motivation, encouragement, positive content, then I'm gonna ask you to just subscribe to my channel. It's free, it's easy. Just click on that little subscribe button. Help a sister out, help a girl out. Subscribe to my channel for positive and motivational content. Now I'm back today with another video which was supposed to be uploaded since Monday. However, like most parents, I think this week I have been homeschooling. Comment down below if you have been homeschooling, and it's a struggle. It is a struggle. I know, I feel you, I feel your pain. It's a struggle, and I know all the teachers out there right now are like, yes. Now you know what we have been going through, right? And I can't imagine that I have one and they have like 20, 30, and even 40 of them at once. So I know they are like reveling in this now, like now you see what we have to go through every day. But I hope that all of you are really just keeping safe at this time and following all the guidelines that your different government officials and stuff have set out for you, and just practicing social distancing. I know it's been like a really crazy time, but we've been through it before as humans, and we've gotten through it, and I think that we're gonna get through this time. So don't panic, don't overdo anything, don't underdo, just be adequately prepared. It's all about balance, and I think that we're gonna all get through this as humans. Be kind to one another, spread love at this time, help each other out, but practice social distancing. Yeah. Today's video is all about how to avoid hurt. Well, you probably know by now that that topic is sort of misleading, because how do we avoid hurt? That is kind of an impossible thing to do. We can't really avoid hurt, but there are things that we can do to avoid feeling hurt for a long period of time, or probably letting that hurt affect us in like other areas of our lives, and drag us down and change us from the people who we really are. Because let's face it, hurt, it makes us bitter. Yep, hurt, it's not a good feeling to feel for like a long time. Hurt is something that takes over like our whole lives, our whole aura. When we feel hurt by someone, it takes over like everything we are, how we behave, like our whole thought process, because we've been hurt. And we don't want that bitterness to be like bottled up inside of us. So we have to learn to like let hurt go. So that's what this video will be about today, how to avoid hurt. So how do we avoid hurt? How are we gonna do that? Well, it's kind of simple really. All we have to do is move on. Yep, that is the basic principle of it. Move on. But how do we move on from hurt? Like, is it that easy? Well, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that a little later on. But first, I think in order to move on, we have to clear up some little misconceptions that we have about being hurt, right? Because once we're hurt by someone, we get in our feelings, we feel all depressed, upset. This, I think, is because of some common misconceptions that we all have about being hurt. Just a disclaimer, these principles are really just my opinion. I'm no expert about being hurt or how to get over hurt, but I've been hurt just like you, and there are some things that I have come to realize throughout my journey that I've really learned to turn into principles that I try to live my life by. I don't always succeed, because trust me, I'm not perfect, okay? Sometimes I can hold a grudge for a very, very, very long time. So I'm not perfect, but I really try to live my life by these little principles that I've observed. Okay, so common misconceptions that we have about being hurt. The first one is we were deliberately hurt by someone. Whenever we're hurt by a person, we automatically think that, oh, that person meant to hurt us. It was purposely and deliberately done. 9 out of 10 times, the person did not actually mean to hurt us. Yeah, it was unintentionally done. They didn't mean to hurt us. A lot of the time, they don't even actually know that they hurt us. So we're walking around feeling all hurt and up in our feelings and everything, and this person didn't even know that they hurt our feelings. They're going on with their life and moving on and stuff, and we're there like letting this thing like direct all our lives and our thoughts and our emotions because we feel so hurt, and the person just did not even know that they hurt us. So a lot of the times we think that we were deliberately hurt when that is not the case. Misconception number 2. Whenever we're hurt, it automatically like comes to our mind that we think that we're the only person that is hurting, and that is so far from the case. Whenever we're hurt, we feel alone. We feel like nobody understands, nobody wants to understand, like nobody knows what we're going through. And most of the time that is not the case. Like a lot of people are hurting, and a lot of the time they're hurting for the same exact reason that we are hurting. The thing that someone did to us that we think nobody ever went through, someone is going through it right now. As a matter of fact, there are hundreds of people who are going through it right now. And probably someone really close to you is going through it right now as well. So you're not the only one hurting. You're not alone, right? We understand there are people out there who understand you, who know what you are going through. You are not alone. You are not the only one who is hurting. Misconception number 3. The person who hurt us is evil, okay? Most of the time that is not true, okay? Good people hurt people all the time. Like wonderful people, loving people, kind people hurt people all the time. Like it is just a human thing to do. We all hurt people no matter how good we are, how good we try to be, whether it's intentional or unintentionally. We all hurt people, and good people hurt people as well. So just because someone hurt you, it doesn't mean that they're evil, they're wicked, like their heart is cold. No, okay? They can be a good person and they made a mistake and they hurt you. They're just human, as we all are. Which brings me to misconception number 4. We feel like we've never hurt someone like how we've been hurt before. And that is most times untrue. Most of the time, if you go back and like ask everyone who you've ever had an interaction with, you have probably hurt someone in the same way that you have been hurt. So when we're walking around like, oh, this person hurt me and I've never hurt anyone like this before, I've never done this to everyone, like chances are you have hurt someone the way that you have been hurt, and they have a tough time getting over it as well. They have to work hard to get over it. They probably think you're evil, that you deliberately hurt them and all that stuff, when you didn't. We have all hurt people, right? Someone has hurt you, you have hurt someone, we've all hurt each other. So now that we have cleared up some common misconceptions about being hurt, now it's time to move on to how to actually move on from hurt. Now, I think one of the best ways to move on from being hurt is to admit right away that you have been hurt, right? As soon as someone hurts you, like, nip it in the bud. Say it to them right away, like, you hurt me. That hurt. You know, you didn't have to do it like that. That hurt me. And most of the time, I found that the person will be really like remorseful or regretful. They'll apologize to you right away, and that will be it, and problem solved. Next, if you have been hurt and you did not get the chance to just nip it in the bud right away, then don't make rash decisions. Don't say that, oh, I'm never talking to that person again because they hurt me. Like, don't lash out at them. You know, don't like go on a rampage on Instagram or Twitter or whatever it is. Don't go like on a whole social media rampage about the person and how they hurt you. Just give it time. Most of the time, like, time heals a lot of hurt, I found. that time heals a lot of hurt, and if you just give it a little time, then you will see the situation a little more objectively. Maybe you'll decide to talk to the person about it, about what they have done or how they hurt you, and try to work it out with them. Think about it for a while and try to be objective. Don't make rash decisions. Most of the time that just leads to more problems and issues, okay? So try not to jump and make rash decisions when you feel hurt. Now, if you have been hurt for a while, maybe some months ago or some time ago, and it has been like burning you deep down inside, you know, that hurt that we feel deep down inside when someone has done something to us and we really did not get the chance to like talk it out with them, then forgive the person when you can. If there's ever a chance to forgive someone for hurting you, take that chance, because it's really not about them. It's about you and moving on with your life and not letting that bitterness overtake you and change who you are inside. So if you get the chance to forgive the person, do it. Forgive them. Say to them, I forgive you. If you can't say it to them, say it to yourself. Look them in the eye and say in your head, I forgive you. And the final way that we can move on from hurt is to just move on. Okay? Move on from it. How do we move on? Fill your life with other stuff that has nothing to do with how you have been hurt. Fill your mind, fill your life, fill your space with positive things, with joy, with happiness, with things that have nothing to do with the way that you have been hurt. Like, find a hobby, find something else to do, right? Listen to something positive and uplifting. Do something that will take your mind off of just the way that you have been hurt. I know it's a tough pill to swallow, but yes, a lot of us like to wallow in our hurt. We like to sit down and just feed that hurt until it grows and festers and turns into something that we literally have no control over. So you don't need to feed that hurt, okay? You need to starve it. Remember, they say whatever you feed in your life is gonna grow, whatever you starve is gonna die. So starve that feeling of hurt and like feed positivity, feed upliftment, you know, feed the good things in your life. Those are some ways that we can avoid hurt. We may not be able to avoid it completely, but we can avoid it taking over our whole lives, changing who we are, changing our mindset, distracting us from our goals and the purpose that we have planned for our life, okay? So if you have enjoyed my little rant today about hurt, I'm gonna ask you to just subscribe to my channel. I'll be having much more content about inspirational and motivational topics. I love to encourage people. So if you love to be encouraged and motivated, if you love positive content, then just subscribe to my channel. You know, subscribe. Help a girl out, okay? It's free, it's easy. All you have to do is just click that little subscribe button and also click the little bell, you know, so that you can be notified whenever I post a video. So subscribe and follow me also on Instagram at ray.daily. I look forward to talking to you guys more and getting to know you all as we go on this journey together. So I'm Ray and you have been watching Ray Daily. Tune in next time. See you guys later.